episode number 2
of Let's Get Your House On, baby.
So today I'm sitting here with Dawn, and she is the proprietor of Brushoff Paint Clean.
Ooh.
Hey, Dawn.
Ooh, that sounds too deep for me right now. So,
all right, are you ready to rumble?
Yes.
Okay. So, my name is Michelle Marina. I am the broker with Atlantica East Properties Associates, and this is a part of my wonderful team. This is Dawn from Brushoff Paint Clean. Dawn is my right arm when it comes to listing properties. So when we list a property, we clean it up and paint. I have Dawn come with me to figure out colors and talk to my clients.
The clients that you have are phenomenal.
Yes, they are. Well, everybody has different personalities, right? So. So Dawn, tell us about how you got started in this business.
Of real estate.
Well, you know, like with the real estate aspect.
Oh my God, Michelle, we could be here all freaking night with this. I got started in this years and years ago. And I just grew to just love what I do. And just watching the improvements go on right before my eyes almost, even though I'm working my ass off to do it, but making a lot of people happy. I haven't had anybody complain yet. That's a good thing.
Yeah, thank God. Because people do complain.
Yes, they do.
Just saying.
Not about me, but there's a lot of other, loser contractors out there. Beware, people. Beware. Don't give them anything. Don't give them any money until they show up. Please, for the love of God, don't give them anything. That happens a lot. That's happened a lot to a lot of my clients. Oh, boy. But yeah, so basically, just going in and meeting the people and, whether they're coming in or going out. Could be do both, right? When they're going to buy, they're going to sell, whatever they're doing. Right. Whatever Michelle's got going on. And usually she'll kind of show up there too, and we all kind of hang out together and talk about what needs to be done. Improvements, whatever. And then if they're moving in, obviously, they have their own deals as to what they want. So
what kind of improvements would you say are some of the things that I've thrown at you or that you've talked to the client about? Like, say, okay, somebody, for instance, will say to me, can you get me a painter referral? And I say, yes, I have a great vendor for that. And I call Brushoff and connect the client with Brushoff. But then what do they end up asking you to do sometimes more things, right?
Yes. Yes.
So like what kind of things?
Oh, wow. I've landscaped. Help them pick out some of the decor. I love that. They'll come running down the driveway with pillows, pictures, whatever. What do you think of this? Let's see, what else have I done for these people?
So
I obviously clean the house, which is another perk that I try to offer every client, whether they're leaving or coming in. When I'm finished, everything is cleaned as if I could eat off the floor and live there. Nothing is done until I can live there.
We love that.
Yeah, they do.
It makes a big difference, though, when you're showing a property, or even when you're working for something. Like, just say it's a customer that just asks you to, do some work in their house. It makes a big difference when you actually clean up after yourself. Not every contractor does that. And I've been told that many times. They'll look at me and be like, oh my God, why are you on your hands and your knees scrubbing this floor? Okay, because I can't sleep tonight knowing that it's not done. Then they walk away. Okay, so that's how I do that. I like what I do. I really do. And I like the people that I come across. I like hanging out with Michelle sometimes. Sometimes.
Not all the time. Then again, I really don't get to hang out with her that much because we're both like going back and forth.
Oh, we're both busy. Thank God, we're just busy.
Yes. Try to tell all of my clients to be prepared, get an idea of what they think they want to see, whether they're coming or going. Coming
or going meaning coming
if
to
they're
buy
moving
a house,
in,
if they're buying a house?
Right. If they're moving in, have some kind of ideas. The problem is that everybody gets overwhelmed regardless of which way they're going with it. Whether they're leaving or they're buying or selling, whatever you want to say. Don't do that. don't sit there and watch HGT all night long because, or don't go to, wherever and get 20 million swatches and hang them up on the wall and see which one works, because then you're going to have an issue. If you know in your gut that you're a blue person, you're a gray person, you're a yellow person, that's all you need to know. We'll take it from there. We'll work with you on that. Have ideas ready. Just like with Michelle, would love for people to have ideas in their head about where they want to live.
Yes, but
what neighborhood would they like to live in?
Right. They have an idea. Sometimes they will tell me a place that they want to live, a town, a particular town. So I start looking for them in that particular town.
And then, oops.
Oops, that's not where I want to be. Can you show me something that we didn't put in the criteria?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That.
That's a plus for both of us. Be prepared. Don't reach out until you know something.
But sometimes people, and this is where you come in and have a good knack at. This is one of your professional, I think one of your attributes that's very well for clients is that when they're not sure.
Yes. Well, I have a lot of people, though, I have to say, that they know they're a purple person. They know they're a blue person, as far as what colors they want to go, right? It's just getting them to what shade of blue, what shade of purple do they want, what's going to go, and then, then that's when I get chased down the driveway with curtains and pillows and what have you, because does this match? What are we doing?
So let me ask you a question about the colors, because colors are very taste specific. So I guess my question to you is, people tell you they like purple. Purple is not a good color to paint a house when you're trying to list it and sell it.
Right. I suggest if you're going to list your house, you stay as neutral as possible. A lot of people love the new neutral gray. Any shade of that is wonderful because people can match whatever they want to it. It's not just a plain white. It gives it a little spice, you know what I'm saying? Like, spice it up. And this green back here, this is another freaking color. Don't go with that either.
They're not going to see that.
Oh, just too bad. Well, if you could see this,
this is a green screen, and it's going to be gone by the time. It's a
Kermit the Frog freaking green, and I've actually painted this color before for an adult.
All right, we have to show you what that is. We'll take the background off and show you the green screen.
Right.
You painted this color for somebody?
Yes.
In their house?
In their bedroom. It's a little bit, this is a little
right.
deeper. Are you kidding? Little deeper. So when they wake up, they actually feel lime green. Everywhere.
What did you think of that?
Listen, I just put the paint on the wall. If they're happy, I let them know. You're going to feel this when you wake up. You're going to feel like you're in a lime juice bowl. Oh, no, we love that. Okay, here it comes.
Okay, so there are different colors that give you different moods, right?
Yes.
So lime green when you wake up is really not a good color to have in the bedroom.
No, but I'll tell you what, that chick is awake. When she opens up her eyes, she's ready to go like the devil.
So it's very taste specific. However, it is, some people like it. Some people like the color.
And she's staying. She bought the house, so I don't care what she does. She's happy. She's happy.
Okay, so that's a move in. That would not be a move in. That would not be a prep your house with lime green.
She's just freaking happy right now.
So what else do you do besides the painting, though? You do the landscaping.
Yeah, I've done the landscape. I've done the cleaning, obviously, sweep clean,
But you also sweep clean after you just do a paint job. That's not even, that's just that's, a lot of contractors don't do that.
Every single room that I'm in gets cleaned, whether it's from the windows to the vents that are in the ceiling, to the baseboards, to the floors. Yeah, that's it. It has to be done. I dust it, if it, whatever. Bathrooms get wiped down.
You've also changed our outlets.
Yes.
Right? And lights.
Yes. A lot of people are still hooked on the old-fashioned yellow, let's go to Italy lighting. I love that.
What is that?
And the problem
what is that?
The problem with that is if you pick a color, all of a sudden now that color doesn't look like that color anymore because it's got a yellow to it. So I try to bring them into natural daylight so that this way it's white lighting and they're like, oh, wow. And then I get, well, we can freaking see now. For some reason or another, people weren't seeing in this dark light. Now they see.
So you're saying that the light bulbs need to be changed to a bright color. Yes, without a doubt. That is a tip when you list a house
Mm-hmm.
change the light bulbs to brightness.
Yes. Yes.
And you have done that for me
Yeah, I do. Well, when I go into a house for you, Michelle, obviously different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll do whatever needs to be done.
but especially with lighting, because
Yeah,
people need to see.
changing the outlet covers, especially if they're those old time
Yes.
antique, whatever your grandmother had hanging on the wall that's like used to be white, but now it's like gold brown. That's gone. Now, and change all the light bulbs, obviously, to white lighting. And, whatever needs to be done. I just do what I have to do in order to present a home that's going to be good to list. And that have been good before.
And you have done major transformations with stuff like that. Like, you totally made it look like a really great house.
Dark paneling, one of my favorites. 1970 dark paneling. Oh, bring it on.
Everybody loves that.
I hear Come On, Get Happy when I see it. Like, this needs to go. So we cover that up very nicely. It might take 6 or 7 coats to get it to be something, but it is.
So you've definitely changed the color to white walls instead of something white?
I changed it to a very light gray. I've changed it to whatever.
Oh, very good.
Even if the client is buying the house and this is there, a lot of people get afraid. They don't want to take the shit off because then what's behind it? Well, I don't know. It's like, let's make a deal. What's behind door number 1? Let's find out. So they'd rather not take the chance because they just spent all this money on this home and they're trying to decorate it to their likings and whatever. So we paint over it until they can come up with the money to freaking do what they want to do with it. And it works because then they know, oh, it's clean, it's not dark anymore, it's so bright in here. And sometimes me and my helper might put our sunglasses on because it's so freaking bright, but whatever. The future's bright.
I feel like breaking out into the Come On, Get Happy song from the
Right, well, a lot of these homes are like that.
I mean, what's the worst paint job I think you've ever had to encounter? What's the worst thing you had to do?
Way back, when they didn't really have a good enough steamer to get wallpaper off, they used to use this stuff called, it was kind of like a Marina thing or something. Oh, to scrape every bit of 1959 wallpaper off that the glue just is like Gorilla Glue, that's a nightmare. And then before they came out with a decent environmentally friendly, I'm sure all you people out there know what that's about, primer, I actually encountered a whole house that was that dark paneling and they were selling and they didn't want to take it off. They wanted it all done. It was the most humid day in the world, of course. I got fans blowing and I am using a product called Bin. If anybody knows what that's about, oh boy. And that's what we used to use on the paneling that was so dark and it was a killer. Did we wear a mask back then? Hells no. No. We wear masks more now than we did back then. Just because of, the whole and everybody went, oh my God, you smell that? I gotta put a mask on. Back then everybody's like, oh, I'm high as a kite and nobody cares.
Yes.
And I can't breathe, but that's okay. Another good one, Michelle. I've told people this 90 million times. Please don't redo your floors until after I paint.
Oh, that's a huge one.
Or don't redo the floors while I'm there painting. That's another one. Because what happens with that is the chemicals from the floors, the polyurethane that goes on after, and I'm in another room, and I'm painting with primer and whatever, I'm going to die. It's happened. I've actually had a brain freeze or something, and I thought I was going to lose my shit right there. Those are some bad things.
Well, that's a lot of chemicals.
Yes, but people don't listen.
No.
That's another thing. People don't listen. Homeowners want it. Everybody relax. It all gets done.
Yes, that is one of her favorite lines. Everybody relax, it all gets done.
That's because one of my old timers told me that, and I live by that.
Yes,
it all gets done.
It
all gets done. Why get stressed about this kind of stuff?
Right.
There's enough stress in the world. What the hell are we doing?
But you're right as far as refinishing the floors, because even when you're painting, you can get stuff on the floors.
Right,
it's better
carpeting too. Another thing, carpeting too. Why are you bringing in a carpet here when I'm here?
Right.
Okay, let me do what I have to do, and then make my mess if I'm gonna make one, which I very rarely do. But I don't want to have to worry about, oh my god, I got to put paper down, and oh my god, it ripped.
Well, especially if they're gonna change out the carpet.
Right, let's just leave everything right where it is.
Right.
But some people get ahead of themselves, and that's the problem. That's why I'm like, I guess when you're gonna list or when you're gonna, buy, you might want to just take a step back and just try not to get so overwhelmed with the process. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, Michelle. I mean, you know better than I do about this real estate stuff. I'm just saying. Everybody just needs to take a deep breath. Go to therapy, get a massage, something. I don't know. Whatever works for you.
Well, you know what? Sometimes they think that we're the therapists. You know that.
Yes, I don't even have a bartender's license, and I can tell you right now, they all come over to me and just like I was a bartender. Oh my god, you're not gonna believe it. This one did and that one did. Oh my god. Okay, I don't mind listening. If it makes you feel better, that's fine.
Yes.
I'm just there to work. I just work here. That's it.
It's all gonna get done. I just work here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's just basically prepping the house. There are times when you also do exterior work, right?
Yes.
So I know you get a lot of flack for this because there's certain times we live in New York, and certain times of year you do not paint outside.
No, but I have, and I've been asked to, and I'm like, okay. Now they have this wonderful thing. The homeowners see, oh, well, the paint is not temperature sensitive. Okay, but I am. I am. Nobody thinks about that. So we wait. They're good. They're good about that kind of stuff. But you get a few that are just like, oh, can you just get it over with? No.
But you have the challenges of doing high painting outside when it's really high, right? So what do you do in that case?
Yes. So a lot of my clients at this point will, depending on how high it is, will rent a lift, and then we just kind of go up with the birds and hope that they don't shit on us, and go on with our day. That's pretty much how that works.
We'll call Dawn the bird lady.
Yeah. It is. It's almost happened, and we do have a good time doing it. I have to say that.
Yes, we do.
We get into the music. I've had people, as much as Michelle can't stand some of the music that's on there, like to pick on me for my music, whatever. I call it my therapy music. Some of my clients are like, oh, please bring your music. Please bring your music. Okay, when I'm with this one and the other one, no. I got one with her freaking shit in her ears because she's reading a book. And this one, I don't know what she's doing. She's just like, oh, change this. Change it. I'm not working with these people anymore.
Sometimes I do help painting, just saying. I do jump in. I am a realtor that does a lot of things, just saying.
Yes, you, Michelle. You're like a freaking two-time lady.
So you know that old commercial, Josephine the Plumber?
Yes.
I was going to do a podcast that my aunt's name was Josephine, one of my favorite aunts, and I said I was going to do a podcast a while ago saying I'm Josephine the Plumber's niece.
There you go.
That kind of, with that kind of thing.
Because
I do fix a lot of things. I actually, one of my listings, it's funny because not a lot of realtors will step in and do this, but where the garage is, a lot of the concrete was cracked and whatever, right?
Oh,
outside.
Here we go. I see the tube out coming on.
At the lip. Yeah, something to tell about. Here
Yeah.
I go. I actually repaired it for them, and they were shocked that I could do that. They didn't know that I know how to do a lot of things, but they were really shocked that I was able to fix that. I grew up with construction. I remember when I was a little kid, my uncle taught me how to fix a blow dryer, and like ever since that, it was like a mechanical thing in my brain.
No. Oh, hells no.
And I
all this kind of doodaddy stuff here that you got going on here, the digital bullshit. No. Listen, I just want to be. That's it. They're always like, oh, can you send me over this, that, and the other thing? Yeah, I'm gonna handwrite it to you, and you can keep the paper.
Yeah, you do the what's that? The tri-level.
Yes,
what
they just love me for that. They love me for that because it's like they don't see this all the time.
No, nobody does that anymore.
And they tell them something very old-fashioned. I will not spray anything. No. I will do a hand roller, brush, be done.
hand roller brush.
Well, the whole digital bullshit that you do, and my clients are just like so happy that I actually give them a piece of paper in their hand, written out, handwritten, just like I do everything else by hand. No spraying, no nothing, brushes, rollers. It's the old-fashioned way. It's the best way to go. I have better control.
Well, that's also a craft.
It is a craft. No tape either. Oh my God, people, please, please, please don't attempt to tape your home with the painter's tape on your own.
You don't like the blue tape? The blue tape, or what's the other one? Green?
There's a leapfrog one, like this freaking thing that you can't see back here. This green.
Green screen. Let's show it again.
There's the blue tape. I've got so many calls from wives, believe it or not. Oh my God, my husband went in the room and he taped up all the trim work and he did, you know, the walls, and he took the tape off, and now the paint went with the tape, and it was a big mess. So I got called to pick up those mistakes. Thank you very much. I don't have time for that.
Or what about the tape that gets like stuck in the molding that you can't
get
it out?
I love that. Then the blue tape is in there, and then we have to try to figure out how we're going to get it out of there. Yes.
Yeah, you need one of those knives.
Yes, and I'll see you at the bar at 5. I'll see you at the bar at 5 because we can't get it out.
Okay. So anyway, when you have a house that needs fixing, I can fix some stuff, and this one will come and repair everything else.
Michelle's good with all the digital kind of stuff. You need the ring, you need whatever. What's the other thing you did for that one in Fishkill? You did the doorbell for her.
Oh, the doorbell ring, yeah, Cameron.
Yeah, did you do something else?
I did, I forgot.
I can't do that stuff. You want me to do something?
I can change a doorknob, like the lock. You do that, though. You change
Yes, I change doorknobs and stuff like that. I'm not worried about it. I'm talking about digital stuff. When they have, like, all this, let's hook up to like the internet and blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. Yeah. That's you. That's you, not me.
But not all of it. I don't like to... You know, there's some... I can't do everything for people because, as a real estate agent, you know, I don't want to be liable for some things. So there's some things that I do not and will not do. I will send vendors, like Dawn, to
I'm not going to be liable for that shit either.
No,
I won't touch it.
But you're liable for the paint and stuff like that.
That's it. Yeah, and doorknobs, whatever. Light
and
bulbs.
Landscaping.
I've done that too.
And cleaning. And what else?
I've cleaned gutters. I've done
gutters.
A bunch
You've done gutters.
Stuff. I've trimmed bushes.
Oh, I remember you.
I've mulched. I plant gardens for these people. Get out of it. You know, whatever they want.
I'm gonna hire you for my house.
whatever they want. Oh, you could just be talking about that. You've been talking about that forever. Tired of hearing about it now. You know, I'm sure Michelle will tell you. You know, the rates right now are up and down, up and down, up and down. More up than down, but up and down, whatever you want to say, because the economy is such a freaking shitty place right now. But, have we talked about this? You know, people are going to wait for the rates to go down to what? That's my question. What are we waiting for?
I don't know if the rates are going to go down. There's no
right, but
no
if
guarantee.
They do, what benefit is that to them, really? Because then what happens is, the properties become less and less and less because there's not as many as we would like them to be out there now.
Oh, yeah, there's not enough inventory.
Right, so what are we waiting for? That's my question.
So you're saying, what are we waiting for to buy a house?
To buy a house? Yes. Yeah. For the rates to go down. Don't wait.
But you can't wait because you don't know what's going to happen. And you could always refinance down the road.
That's another thing. People don't think about that either.
Right.
Especially if you're buying and you're going to renovate or whatever you're going to do. Well, guess what? You just raised the value of your house anyway, so you can refinance for more.
Right.
I don't know. I must be like the only one in this world who feels this way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. Everybody loved when rates were like 2% and stuff like that. But there was still an issue. There was still an issue because there weren't enough homes. And if there were homes out there, they weren't that great. Not all of them.
Right.
I don't know. Did you really save that much money with that percentage? Did you really save that much money?
Well, some people did. If they're sitting on like a 2-something%, it could be a big difference in the monthly mortgage payment, like up to like $1,000 a month difference. So that has really hit them hard as far as that's concerned. But people that still can afford,
yes.
If you can afford the monthly payment, then go buy a house.
Yes.
If you can't, I understand you have to wait. But, you know, waiting in this market, the prices keep going up. And even if the rates drop, I think the prices are not going to come down. Usually when the rates drop, the prices will come down. We have not seen that.
Right. And if you're going to sell, don't wait for that either.
Right.
Because your best bet is to get the hell out of New York, first of all. and second of all, you will find somebody to buy it. There will be somebody out there.
Yeah, there are buyers, definitely.
There will be somebody who would be glad to take it off your hands. Glad.
Well, there are a lot of people that haven't been able to buy anything or find anything, so they are definitely looking for properties. So as soon as properties come on, we have swarms of people going, and especially if they're priced right.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's when I say, let's go, people. Let's go. Get your house on, man. Get it on. Right?
The problem is people that are putting their houses on the market are not really doing a lot of work in some of them.
Right.
In certain price ranges. And
they should.
Yes. And because they can get more money if they would put this. It's like you put a little bit of money in the beginning.
Yeah.
To gain a lot.
One thing I always tell the people who are selling, whatever I tell you it's going to be, trust me, you will make more money off of me than I will of you. And that has rung true every single time. Every single time.
Right.
And usually a property that I've been in will be gone within a week or two.
Yes.
So I have a knack as to what people are looking for when they need to, sell and get rid of it. And, what the buyers are looking for. So, it's not a gift. It's common sense. I know it's hard to find right now. But, there are people out there who do have it. Like Michelle's one of them, okay? Myself, okay? And there's a few other people that I know who are, in the business who really are in tune with the client's needs, whoever that may be. They're people's needs.
Right. And we always put our clients' needs before our own.
And why is that, Michelle? Because when you love what you do...
When you do what you love, people love what you do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I knew it was some kind of bullshit like that.
I always say, do the right thing when it's the right thing to do.
No, I like your slogan, but I always get it screwed up with some bullshit.
But
whatever.
The thing is, too, like you said earlier, you like to go home and sleep at night, right?
Yes.
So when you don't do the right thing, you're not going to have peace, right? So
exactly.
we like to do the right thing, treat people the way we want to be treated. But that's how we were raised and grow up. That's
and there's not many out there who do it this way.
Right.
They'd rather get it done quick, be sloppy, and just take your money and run.
Right. But we're trying to show you, and this is what I do differently, and I know that you had said that you like that I do this.
Yes.
I'm a little different than a lot of the other agents where I will try to prep my sellers with listing their property the proper way, getting vendors like you to come in to do all of this work. And it does cost you a lot of money. It's not free. Nothing is free, but you're going to get the payoff in quadruple probably.
Right, and everybody's going to make some money and everybody's going to be happy and everybody's going to be even more happier because it's going to be done the correct way.
Right. Absolutely true.
That's most important thing because I've seen too many people pay top dollar, of course, more than me, because I always tell my people, go ahead, go get another estimate. Please, go get 3. Let me know what you come up with. And they always, somehow or other end up back calling me because I don't know why. Maybe because they like me or because I'm honest or whatever. But whatever it is, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with what you're investing in and who you're investing in.
Right.
And I've always said that Michelle goes beyond for her people. No realtor. I work for other realtors too, by the way. Not many of these realtors go out of their way like she does. Ain't nobody gonna have me outside breaking up ice for old people while I'm trying to be in the house working. Okay. All right, but because we're looking at them going, oh, we almost fell on our ass, so we better go on out there and freaking make that walkable. Thank you.
But you know what? That's what makes us so unique, though.
Right, and we don't even get a thank you. We don't even get a thank you. I will never forget this, but we don't care because you know what? It's the right thing to do because if they fell, none of us are getting paid.
Okay, that's not really why. Weird.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
So listen, there was an ice storm. Let's just explain that one. There was an ice storm. It was February, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't.
And there was. It was one year. It was a couple years ago when there was thick ice.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
this shit was like no, this was horrible. This was like an iceberg. This was like the Titanic hitting that freaking iceberg.
It was
man.
84 years.
Yeah, it was 84 years ago. And oh, it was horrible.
It was like 2 or 3 inches thick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we were picking at it, and
I thought it was McCann Ice Rink, man. When I got over there first, I was like, "What is going on?"
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yes, but here we go again. It comes down to really.
Yeah, and my back hurt. My back hurt for a couple of days after that. Not that anybody cares, but the point is that the people were safe. The people were safe. We did the right thing.
I love her.
We did the right thing.
We did do the right thing, and this is what makes us. I think we set ourselves apart from everybody else because we actually care about our clients.
Right.
So Dawn was doing a paint job for me at a property, and actually, did they buy? They bought it already, right? Or no, they were. Yeah, they bought it already.
Who's this? What?
The ice with the ice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, they bought it already. That's another story. They bought it already, and
they were in the process of getting out of their home because Michelle was doing a dual thing. Remember, right? You were going to sell their home, and they're going to move into this townhouse thing.
Right.
And anyway, I told her, I'm not going to the other house to do the ice over there. I told her that. We're not doing that. We're going to do it right where I am.
We did it okay, so I swung by to see how things were going. It's all I was doing. Like a project manager. I was going by to make sure that everything was going well. And Dawn was actually outside picking ice. And I go, what are you doing? Are you supposed to be outside painting? And she goes, but these people are going to fall. We can't have them falling getting into the house. So I said, let me help you.
Of course, and it was freezing. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared, and it was in the shade. That was the problem. Their driveway was in the shade. The sun
Their driveway
was
in the shade, and there was no drain.
Yes.
But hey, I'm sure they're happy in their home.
Yes.
Forget the drain.
They are, and they didn't fall on our watch.
No, and we almost did, but they did.
We did not.
That's all that matters. My back still hurts from that. Talking about that, yeah. It's interesting because I think both of us start to build some kind of friendship
with the client
as we're there. Yeah, like a different kind of. Maybe it's not even a friendship. I don't know if that's the word to use. It's a relationship,
have a good
though.
Relationship with people.
Yeah, it's a relationship, but it's more. It goes a little bit more than this is just a business thing. Like they actually, we learn about them. We learn about their lives. They fill us in on whatever. Mm-hmm. They ask questions. They want to know about us. You know, I'm an open book, so it doesn't matter to me. But I think that's where it just goes a little deeper than just, hey, Joe Schmo contractor came in and, changed this and that, and he's out of here already. Like, a lot of people don't stop to allow people to be heard. That's what I want to say. A lot of people don't allow people to be heard.
So you're saying, what I think you mean for this one in particular.
For all of them, I think, Michelle. Every single one that I've gone on, I know for a fact they want to be heard about whatever's going on in their lives. Some of them don't have people. Right, some people don't have people to have them give them feedback or honest answers or whatever. Because you know me, I'm going to tell them exactly what the deal is. Yes. Okay? I'm going to be straight up. And they appreciate that, though.
Yes.
And I think you do the same thing. I think you, even though there are times where we're like, oh my God, I don't want to listen to this story again.
I never feel that way.
It's just like, 3 freaking towns over and it's the same story. Are you related? Maybe you know each other. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
But we do. We listen to it over and over again.
And again, I think that's what makes us different.
Yes.
Because other people are there just to make money. We're not. I mean, it's about, yes, we're making money, but it's
yes, I have to eat. My dogs have to eat. Yeah.
But it's also a rapport in a relationship.
Yes. And even to this day, some of them still will reach out and, ask how I'm doing. If I have time, I will do that too. Why are you touching me?
Because your head was going over.
If I have time, I will reach out to them as well. I wish I had more time to reach out to some of them. Some of them get upset when I'm going. I've had that. I had that just recently, and now I'm actually getting more work from that person, and then this other one is keeping me for the rest of their lives. They already told me that. So I'm like, okay, well,
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just about the painting.
It's not.
Or the cleaning, or...
No, or whatever they need. Right. It's about just being good to people.
Well, I think that's what's missing in the world today. People are not good to people. So we try to be good. We try to be different.
And it just comes natural, I think.
Yeah.
For me, it does. I don't know about you. Yeah. A lot of contractors are not the same. You know, they're not cut from the same mold. They're not.
You're right.
I know. It gets me going a little bit because...
Tell us about that.
Expound no, because the world has become a crazy place. You know, and it just kills me that people are giving these contractors who have done nothing half down, you know, all of the money, and they don't come back. Hello?
Yeah, talk about that, because most people don't realize that you should not pay... You should pay, what is it, normally a third. You pay a third up front, right, to get the job.
Yes. I mean, I've had clients give...
But don't pay the whole thing.
Right, no, or even half. You know, if they're buying materials or something like that and they need help with that, if they don't have an account, because a lot of them do have an account, by the way, and they want you to give them money toward the material, that's fine. You know, but... you're not going to pay them for labor. You're not going to pay them for the time that they're there. You know, that's another thing. A lot of them will tell you they get paid by the hour. I don't work by the hour. I work by what I see. I work by the job. So that means if somebody's going to come over here and pour their heart and soul out to me, I've got to take the time to listen to that. And it doesn't matter if I get paid or not, because I'm getting paid to be there, to do the work. So I stop what I'm doing. They know I'm not getting paid by the hour. I think it makes them more comfortable to a certain degree.
Right.
You know, because I always they ask me, and I'm always like, well, if I'm getting paid by the hour, I am staying for dinner. And then next thing you know, okay, well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Paid by the hour.
Right. And even after that, they still want to feed me.
Well, because I find that you're very personable. I know.
I
know you don't like people. I know you really don't like people.
What kind of work do you need done?
I know you really don't like people.
But it's real. It's people that need to, you know, be real more.
But do you find, I find, and this is, I'm going to bring God into this a little bit now.
Oh, here we go. Everybody put your seatbelt down.
Listen, because I really think that there are certain people that are brought into your life for a reason.
Okay.
And like, your ministry is not just painting.
Mm-mm.
It goes a little deeper than that.
No, that's what I just tried to say before. So
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just confirming what you're saying.
All right, it could be God, it could be whoever.
It's God.
No, but what I'm saying to you is everybody doesn't believe in God, so you got to throw everybody else in there. Please, I learned from my other freaking video. Everybody's got to be there.
Yes. Okay.
Whoever you worship, if you do, wherever your faith lies, there's a reason why it happens, and that we cross paths. Okay. That's what you want to say.
And in my world, it is God.
Okay.
So...
fine.
You're going too far over.
Listen, I like looking at you. Better this way.
I know, but...
Instead of this green piece of shit back here.
Here,
I feel like I'm on a golf course, but, you know, behind me. Like, I'm the hole. I don't know. If they can see this.
Keep it in the fairway, Dawn. Keep it in the fairway.
Right.
Okay, so...
But that's my advice. Rewind. Please don't get taken. Don't get taken.
So Dawn has a really good heart, and she doesn't like to see people get taken by contractors, because we have seen this over and over again.
Yes.
Where people will come to us and be like, we had somebody who was supposed to come, and we paid them, and they never showed up, and they never finished the work. And then they're coming to us saying, we need your help.
Yep. It's just people want to trust. Don't trust. That's what I'm telling you. Don't. Don't do it. You're better off not trusting. So this way you don't get scammed out of money or anything like that.
Well, I don't think it's that you don't, not to trust. I mean, you have to have some kind of trust with the people that you're working with. But I know what you're saying. You got to be skeptical.
I'm talking about contractors and when they go into your house. And you don't have to trust me either, because I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't going to trust you right away either. That's just the way it works.
You get to know people, right?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Know everybody,
but I'm not going to go in there and be like, hey, you know, I want half down, or I want all of it right up front. No, I'm going to tell you what I think I need to get me started, and we'll go from there. That's it.
Right.
A lot of contractors won't do that. They want a lot up front. If not all of it.
But you've seen how they run away with the money.
And they're horrible. They're freaking horrible, some of these people out there. I don't even know how they can even call themselves anything.
Or how they go to bed at night.
Well, no, they can. I'm not worried about that, because people can do that regardless. But not me. But there's people out there that can. But when you call yourself a certain kind of contractor and you cannot even drill a screw into the wall, we've got a problem. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
That's definitely a problem.
Mm-hmm. But that's where we're at. And that's just my opinion on all of this.
So that's Dawn from Brushoff Paint Clean.
Mm-hmm. And I hope we, get together and do this again. We'll touch base on certain things or whatever each time that we're together.
We definitely will.
And if anybody has any questions, I guess you can somehow or other reach out.
So how do they reach out to get in touch with you?
How do they reach out? They can go to my Facebook page, Brushoff, and my phone number's there. They can go to Instagram, and I think it's all there. Is there another way, Michelle? I don't even know. My phone number, but...
I'm going to put all your stuff.
Yes,
below here.
But I think we should do this more often, because I think these people really need to get it together. They need to know, like, what's going on in the world and how to do their house, how to get their house done.
We will definitely come back and talk about some things that we do.
It's a beautiful thing. Well, it was good talking to you.
It's great talking to
you people. Stay safe out there, people. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.